Welcome to Coach Lou Inner Circle. Welcome to Coach Lou Inner Circle. This is your place to learn, grow, connect, and be outstanding. Get ready for another breakthrough adventure with your Coach Lou Inner Circle family as we discover the next level of your greatness. As you wait for Coach Lou to get started, remember to be in your top state with high energy. Get rid of all distractions and be ready to learn. Coach Lou will be with you in 3, 2, 1. With no further ado, here is Coach Lou.
Welcome back, guys. WTF. And you're probably saying, yeah, WTF happened to your face there, Coach. I don't have an exciting hero story for you on that. I was feeding the raccoons this morning, our little raccoon family we adopted, and it was 5:30 in the morning, and we had these sliding glass doors. Well, one was open, one wasn't, and I turned around full force and pow! I thought I broke my nose. And thank God it's not broken. It was quite an experience. It was a wake up. I was awake after that. Almost went out cold. But anyway, WTF is not what you think. It's what is the best fitness for me? That's the real question. Well, for you, what is the best fitness for you? Okay, we've been talking this month about H1, that Health 1. It's perfect time to do this. It's always a perfect time to do H1. But what is H1? Health first. So we're on the fitness, the F word, part of this, okay? So the real answer to what is the best fitness for you really is based on your stages of life and your goals, okay? So this is what gets important here. Okay, so let's do a quick review of the types of fitness that you can incorporate into your lifestyle so that we know what our toolbox contains, so that we know which tool to grab for what job we're doing. Make sense? Okay, if you're a guy, you're going that. If you're a gal, you're going, yeah, it might be different tools I work with, but you know what I'm talking about. You got your tools, and then you've got the tools of the trade. See, a drywall hanger's got a screw gun. A hairstylist might have scissors. A computer programmer might have a special keyboard or a coding board. See, that's what I'm talking about. Tools. It's not always a hammer and a screwdriver. Okay, so in the vernacular of fitness, okay, our tools would be, the first one would be cardio, and I think everybody's familiar with this. This is the one to get your heart rate up, conditions your cardiovascular system. It's great for longevity, great for some weight loss. Examples would be walking, jogging, running, swimming, playing some sports like basketball and stuff like that, where you're basically not pushing against a ton of resistance. It's mostly your body in motion and getting your heart rate up. Okay, even sauna is a form of cardiovascular exercise because it raises your heart rate. Because some people are like, I have some serious infirmities that I can't run, or, it's tough for me to walk, or I've had an injury, and, I really want to work on that heart rate, but gosh, it's tough. I mean, you can do some upper body stuff to get it there, but most of it involves the legs. So, sauna is another example of how you could, if you're in a healing process like that, or, fighting against something that you can't do the traditional cardio, boom, we got another solution. Okay, number 2 would be strength training. Wham, force, push, bench press, push-ups. Yeah, get tough, get jacked. Okay, and people are like, oh, I don't like that. I don't want to be jacked, or I don't want to be, especially the gals, they necessarily don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thank God. And if you do, you do. And most guys don't want to look like Arnold. We want to be fit and toned, and that's probably what most people's goals are, but maybe you do. I'm sure that nobody wants to be flabby, fat, flabby, and icky feeling, and you don't like what you see in the mirror, and if you're right there right now, I'm not judging. It's what you do from here on out that counts. But I don't think anybody's goal is to lose muscle. Well, and let me tell you, as you go through your stages of life, muscle is ultra important to survival and having quality of life. Okay, we're not screwing around here saying, oh, it's just about how I look and feel, boom, bomb. No, baby, we're talking about not falling when you get older. We're talking about if you do take a fall or walk into a wall or a door, that your body's stronger. It could recover faster. You could break the fall. You could do things. You can participate. It's about quality and about supporting that skeletal system. And it goes on and on and on for years. Everybody, doctors and qualified, the skeletal holds the muscle holds the skeletal, but they work in concert with each other. Okay, you don't want to have strong muscles and not, use a rebounder and keep your bones strong, because strong muscles and weak bones are going to create problems too. Okay, so these are the things. In strength training, a lot of strength training also helps with that bone mass and the bone density and stuff like the rebounder. And you might be like, rebounder could be a cardio or it could be a little bit of a bone strengthening. Well, guess what? It's both. It's also cleansing. It's one of the most amazing exercises in the world. Don't forget to have me talk to you more about the Bellicon rebounders, because when it comes to getting a rebounder, you want to get the best. Because you want to strengthen and help build that muscle and bone density. You don't want to damage joints. So we'll talk more about that later. I'll probably leave a link below so you can have a look at the Bellicons too. Just as a disclaimer, I am an affiliate of theirs. So please do use my link, because I'll get a small commission, which helps me keep all this going. So if you decide to get a Bellicon, please order through my links. And they are one of the most wonderful companies I work with. So is Clearlight Sauna. I'm also an affiliate for them. So they are absolutely amazing. Two amazing companies. Love them the way they do business. All right, so then the number 3 is your endurance training. This is exercise that conditions your body to do an activity longer. Okay, longer and stronger than before. Endurance activity's a good thing. Endurance is a good thing. Shoot, they sell pills in some realms of health and wellness to help with endurance. Okay, well, how about you take care of your body and all your endurance gets better? Okay, this can come in the form of cardio or strength, but oftentimes it's a melding of the two. Okay, so say for instance cardio. Say even an upper body cardio. You lift 5-pound dumbbells, curls for 100 times. You're getting a lot of cardio there. Probably not getting a lot of strength training, depending on where you're at. But then if you go, lifting dumbbells that are 50 pounds and you're only doing 10 reps, that's big time strength training. Now, say you get somewhere in between, like 25 to 30 reps with 15 pounders or something, and I'm throwing figures out there, guys. Now, that would be more of an endurance training. You're getting stronger, you're able to do more, but for longer also. And then there's cross training, and this is the godsend. And I'm not saying go out and do CrossFit. CrossFit is great for seasoned athletes and so forth, but CrossFit, if you push it over your head, you got to throw it on the ground because you can't bring it down safely. You're lifting too heavy. You're going to end up with shoulder surgery, hip surgery, knee surgery. CrossFit has its place. Cross training is more the concept we're after. And no going against my CrossFit gyms and folks that, but just keep in mind, if you're totally deconditioned, the place to start is not CrossFit. Now later on when you're kicking butt, CrossFit's a great thing, but it's not for the sedentary right away. So cross training is a combination of all the above. And you're like, oh my God, this is a lot to take in already. This is where you're implementing all the above in one session. Say you do, some heavier curls that you can do 10 to 12 of, then you do a minute of jumping jacks, then you do some leg extensions that are, heavier, 10 to 12 to 15 reps, then you do mountain climbers for a minute and you get the heart rate up. That's a cross training. Okay, and you might go, I don't know what any of that is. That's okay. I can help teach you all that, or you can get a trainer for that. But my point is, you don't need to know what all that is at this point. You might go, well, Coach, I do a whole lot more than that. That's fine too. My point is to get you the basics here today. Okay, so what's best for you? ALL, every last one of them. Yeah, okay, all of them. Okay, the key first is make sure you get your medical clearance to exercise. Okay, get a trainer or the proper instruction then after that, and get moving. And don't wait weeks and months, and I'm going to wait till New Year's, or I'm going to wait till this birthday, or the 10 days before the wedding. Let's go. Get it on now. And, a lot of times people say to me, I'm going to circle back around to this, well, Coach, you said to get check with my medical doctor first. All right, well, when we get off the show today, when we get off this lesson, set your appointment. That's taking the first step. Okay, maybe you've already cleared to exercise. Figure out which gym you want to go to and show up there tomorrow morning. Worst case scenario, maybe you can't get into the doctor right away. Go for a little walk. Unless, you're really, really, really in a health situation. I think unless you can't walk, and in that case, there's other things we can talk about you doing. But if you have legs and you can walk, and I'm not being sarcastic there, folks. There are folks on our program with us that don't have their legs. So I'm not being sarcastic. You probably do, but there's a few folks that don't. But there's ways for you guys too. If you say, hey, I'm confined to a chair, I got ways too that you can get this stuff going, guys. But I'm saying, if you can walk, get up and walk. Okay? Most doctors won't tell you don't walk. Unless you got something major, and then you'd be the judge of that one. Okay, but there's three things that are going to really play into factors here. One is your goals. What do you want? Do you want to be jacked? Do you want to have extra endurance? Do you want to be fast? Do you want to be lean? And everybody's goals are different. What you want is going to determine a lot of this. Your stage of life. When you're 18, you're going to do a different workout than you do when you're 50. Okay? Now, I know 50-year-olds work out a whole lot better than most 18-year-olds, but what I'm saying is because of different requirements of your body and different things, there's going to be different focuses at different stages. And of course, any limitations you may have. And your determination is really going to determine how much you follow up. Okay? This is cool. This is cool stuff, guys. I'm trying to bring it to you simple. Bam, bam. Let's get our bodies moving, because I'm going to go moving. Today, I'm going to get out there too. It's been raining here, so I've been missing my run. So I'm getting other workouts in. Not that I don't run in the rain once in a while, but it's been nasty rainy. So now we kick into the gear of deciding and choosing what exercise program you're going to do. It should be fun, exciting. Initially, it's going to be confusing. As you progress, the confusion goes away, because you'll start to find out what works, what doesn't work, what you do more of, less of. The thing I'm going to caution you is you don't want your workouts to get easier. You want what you used to do to be easy, but the thing is, you've got to grow with them. You can't just go, okay, I've done 10 curls a day, one day, 10 calf raises the next, 10 push-ups the next, this, that, and the other, and that's the end all, the be-all. You got to grow, because those 10 push-ups will become easy. And you might go, Coach, I can't do 2. At some point, 10 will become easy. Okay? That's when you got to do 12 and stuff like that. But there's this whole, we can go on for hours, but I just want to get the ball rolling here for you, okay? So creating a great workout regime should follow some basic principles. Okay. Number 1, choose your outcome. What is it you want? What do you expect? What do you expect to achieve out of this? I want to lose a few pounds is not acceptable. Here, you lost a pound, ciao. No, I want to lose 12 pounds and gain 2 pounds of muscle and this, that, and be specific. Because if you're specific, you can measure. Okay, get a trainer, get the guidance, get me. I'll do some remote coaching with you to get you going if you want, or you can go with somebody else, that's right there with you. That's not a bad thing to have a trainer with you. I'm not really trying to add on to my one-on-one coaching load, but I would do some coaching sessions with you to get you going if that is something you want. If you want bigger arms, running on the treadmill is not going to do it. Okay, if you want to increase your cardio output, curls by themselves are not going to do it, although they're better than nothing. Because in the strength training, getting a little bit of cardio anyway, you're getting that blood flowing, and that's where all of this fits together. Okay, it's not just one, this, that. They're not really totally isolated. They overlap a lot, okay? So that's a great part of it. So you might say, well, I like the treadmill, but I'm not really a weight person. What if you got on the treadmill with some light weights and did some hammer curls while you're doing the treadmill? Oh, you could get that arm toning in. Woo! What a good idea, huh? I'm full of them. All right, so that's number 2, getting some guidance, learn, go after what it is you want. Number 3, you got to commit to when, where, and why you're going to follow through. Where, the outdoors is great a lot of times. I love running in the outdoors in the woods. But see, I got to do more than running, and I can't just do some push-ups in the woods and go, that's my entire strength training. So I have my own little private gym. So I used to have a public gym and full service training. We've had to switch that model because I honestly can't commit to training client after client after client each day right now, because I need to reach the masses. I need to get you off your asses. See, I'm a poet too. I need to reach the masses to get you off your asses, but that's why I'm not spending all day long training 8-10 clients a day, but I still have my own little private whammo zone, my race training zone. Okay, so committing to where, when, why. And that where is probably several different places. This I like to do at home. I like to do yoga at home. I like to do my workout in my studio. Boom. I like to do my running outdoors. I'm not a treadmill runner, to be honest with you. Maybe you are and you like to read a good book while you're doing it. Oh, God, excuse me, guys. I think I'm talking without breathing, because that is a sign you have lacking oxygen. Not that you're tired, and certainly not that you're boring me. Hopefully I'm not boring you. So when you commit, you're going to make it real. When you schedule it, it happens. Put it on your schedule like anything else, like picking up your kids, tending to a parent, taking a shower, putting on deodorant. Your exercise should be schedulized. Okay, number 4, take immediate action. And the minute you set a goal, you got to take action. I've said this 100 times. If I've said it 1,000,000 times, and I know you're sick of hearing it, you're like, dude, everything is about the minute you set the goal, take some action. Yes, it is. That is so plain, simply the truth, guys. I can't stress that enough. Okay, and you're like, we're going to go right back to that. Well, the doctor can't see me for 2 weeks, so I guess I'll get started then. Have you heard of Teladoc? As a matter of fact, most insurance companies, most doctors' offices, they don't even want you going in. They'd rather do a Teladoc. Now, Teladoc might not, he might tell you, I want to do some testing before you go balls to the walls training, but you can start walking. You can do this until you get in, okay? That would probably be a great idea. Number 5, track it, baby. Keep track of your beginning stats. Get that blood work. Get all this stuff done. If you can get your VO2 done and all that prior to starting your workout regimes or getting going on the next level, that would be great, because then in about 90 days you recheck and you see what's happening from the inside out. Pretty darn cool, huh? Yeah. And number 6, adopt fitness as a habit and a lifestyle. Okay, you might be, what do you mean? Well, once you start, if you commit to 3 days a week of strength training and 2 days a week of cardio, don't stop that after 90 days. Keep it as part of your lifestyle. If you go to the gym every day at 7 in the morning and do some sort of exercise, or do it in your living room or wherever, keep doing it and keep growing it. Okay, don't do it for a bit and say, oh, I'm fit. That rhymes too. I'm just a freaking poet today, guys. I know I'm being sarcastic and playful, but should we not have a little more fun in this world? I was thinking the other day, and this is a little offbeat, and I was talking about it. We were talking about this, that I almost felt, I was like having that moment. I'm like, I feel isolated. And, anybody that knows me, you guys that know me, and anybody I do business with, like, isolated. I'm not going to say I'm a celebrity, but, I go almost anywhere. I know somebody. I'm welcomed almost 99.999% of the time. I'm welcomed very graciously when I run into people I know or even people I don't know yet that, we've met through online or that follow. And it's like, but then there's those times where it's like, I have all these ideas. I have all this stuff, all this, and there's so much that it's overwhelming. And it's like, I don't have anybody to dump this all on. And I really do. I have an amazing family. I have an amazing team. But, it's about getting stuff to be a habit and doing the real thing. Okay, like for instance, don't take the elevator, take the stairs. You know how much better you're going to feel taking the stairs instead of the elevator? Unless you can't walk up and down stairs. Now, in that case, don't go falling down the stairs or wheeling down the stairs and say, Coach told me to take the stairs, and you're in a wheelchair and you get hurt. That would be silly on my part to tell you take the stairs. Let's be realistic. And I don't want anybody doing this goofy ass stuff. And I don't think anybody in this circle of people would do that. It's like, the guy that sued McDonald's. Now, he shouldn't be in the McDonald's drive-thru anyway. He burned himself with the coffee because the coffee cup didn't say it was hot. Sues them and wins. Now they have to say the coffee in this cup is hot and could burn you. Don't drink antifreeze that goes in your car, okay? I'm like, please, people, use your heads. No, seriously. I know this group is got some judgment. Doesn't mean we know it all. Hey, no one's perfect. We're all striving to be a little bit better today than yesterday, right? Okay, so nothing aggravates me more than to watch the guy with his belly so big he can't see his toes, sitting on the couch with a beer, eating fries, screaming at the quarterback or the center or whatever sport you love the most. I would have done that so different. I'd have made that shot. I'd have drilled that ball. I'd have not gotten sacked. I'd have. Dude, you wouldn't last 2 minutes on the field. You wouldn't last 30 seconds on the field. Okay, and you might be going, hey, you're kind of hurting my feelings here, Coach. I'm sitting here watching you and my belly hangs over my feet and I'm trying to do something about it. No judgment. I'm not judging somebody. What I am judging is, don't call out what you would do or should do or would have done. Get in the game. This is what I'm talking about. Get in and stay in the game. Don't be a spectator. Okay, and that you might not be your goal. You might be 60 years old and, had some joint replacements and stuff. You might not be wanting to get out on the football field with these college kids or something. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting into the game of movement, life, and you. Okay, the game of you. Okay, we don't want to sit back and watch everybody else. If you're learning, observe. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with watching a sports team that you love and getting excited and talking to the TV. I'm okay with that, but don't believe for a second, if you're not at your optimal, that you'd have made the better shot than the quarterback. Now, if you're a football player and you play football and you're watching somebody else's game and you're going, dude was off, I would have done it like that. Hey, then you got room to talk. But if you're screaming at the TV and that's your version of sports, you need to get in the game of you. In the game, you might be walking around the block this week. That might be all you can do. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care if you weigh 100 pounds or 400 pounds. I'm not going to judge where you're at. I'm going to prod you a little bit. I'm going to tell you, you wouldn't last if you're 400 pounds of big fat and drinking beer and eating French fries and screaming at the TV. You wouldn't last on that field. Nor would I. Okay, I'm in pretty darn good shape. I wouldn't last on the football field. I'd get my butt kicked. That's not my goal, but my goal, get that football player doing an OCR race with me. long OCR race, we might see that I might have some advantages over what his goals are. Okay? So, and that's all about pick your sport. You might go, I really don't like going to the gym, but I like playing basketball with my friends. I like golfing. I like hitting a bucket of balls. I like, hiking in nature. I like gardening. There are ways of getting your fitness in that doesn't just require going, And some people like bench presses. I like bench presses. But that's not the only thing I like. Some people love to run in the woods. I love to run in the woods. Some people can't do that. Some people like to ride a bicycle. I can't do that. Okay? See, these are the things. It's not about getting in my game or me getting in your game. It's about you getting into your game. Your game of life. Your game of health. Guys, never sideline your health and fitness. Remember, H1 is all important. Nothing else you do in life will be as good as it could be if you don't have your health first. Next week's training, we're going to talk about thrills or kills. Can you guess what that is? Something that thrills or kills. So take a guess at that one. Tune in. We'll get rocking. As always, live with faith, energy, passion, and always live your dream. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much, and I wish you all the best. Take action. When you no longer see my face today, start taking action.
Your journey begins now as you take what you learned today and put it to work for you. Go be the example of what is possible, Coach Lou Inner Circle family. When is now? The time to take that action. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, passion, and always live your dream. CoachLou.com, your hub for success.